So while my soup is cooking, I'm just gonna quickly make a side dish of Tamagoyaki, which is Japanese omelet, rolled omelet. And I got this recipe from Just One Cookbook, but I've been cooking so long, I think I just kind of adapted it. I think she uses dashi, and I don't know, the only dashi I just wanted to quickly use was this powder dashi. I got this from the Gia Market, but I think they're common. You can find them anywhere. This says Japanese dashi soup stock with bonito flavor. And I never use the whole pack. I use about half a teaspoon. And I'll just show you how I make it. I think her recipe calls for 3 eggs. I use 4. Because my eggs are small. I get these from Costco. So, yeah. This up. Just put these in here. Wash this later. And when you crack eggs, you want to take out all the white. Like, there's a lot more egg in there if you just take the time to use your fingers to grab everything in there. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna, whisk it all up. Oopsies. There you go. 4 eggs. And with that, we're gonna do 2 pinches of salt. Pinches. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of sugar. Okay, and you're gonna do 1 teaspoon of the soy sauce. Any soy sauce will do. And then like I said, I usually go like that, so that looks like what? That looks like, yeah, half a teaspoon. Stick that in there. Oh, sorry, that's my rice cooking back there. Okay, and then I just use a chopstick because I'm going to use this chopstick to roll it. So to save on dishes, instead of using a whisk, I'm just going to use my chopstick. And you want to whisk it well. I put it at an angle like this. And you really want to get all the ingredients mixed up. Especially because you have lots of powdery things in there. You don't want any like chunky clumps eating this. So mix this up really well. Oh, and something I like is garlic powder. So just a sprinkle. Oops, that's a lot. And just stir that up, and I'll show you how to roll it very soon. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how to make my tamagoyaki. I got this non-stick pan specifically made for tamagoyaki on Amazon. If you want to know exactly what kind it is, just let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, you can just use any non-stick pan. So let's go ahead and heat it up. And you're going to need a non-flavored oil, so definitely no sesame oil. I've just been using this grapeseed oil, so I'm just going to put a little bit in there. That's enough.
That's not cry on the black music.
And then you just...
I was crying. I got from it. I got from it.
Like that. And once it's heated up, give your eggs a stir again. You're going to want to do this in 3s or 4s, 3s preferably. Just kind of eyeball a third of this. And just make sure it spreads evenly. Alright, and don't make the mistake of like like fiddling with it a lot. I noticed with tamagoyaki, the less you fiddle with it, the better it turns out. So just go ahead and leave it until it kind of solidifies some more. That's gonna probably take a minute or two, so we'll come back to that very soon. Actually solidified. I think I cooked it too much, so I lowered the heat. Just hold it over there, thanks. And so what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a spatula and chopsticks. So I like to use the other end of the chopsticks, and this kind of guides it. So basically you're just trying to, this side didn't solidify as much. It's okay if it's imperfect at the beginning. So that's a nice color. So you're just guiding this along. Sorry. Alright, so like this. I think that's good enough. And then you're actually going to move this to the other side. Right? That's very important. Alright, and then we're going to add our other second layer. And again, leave it for a minute. And we'll come back. See ya! Okay, so I think it's ready to be rolled again. So get your spatula and chopsticks ready. See, when you jiggle it, it's just the top layer that's jiggling, and that's fine. You never want to overcook an egg. So, oh, that's a little too brown, and it also popped. I'm gonna lower the heat, and it's a little bit imperfect. I'm just gonna leave that layer, guys. Sorry, it's not that perfect. It would, ideally you wanna pick that last layer up. Okay, so that's the last layer, 3 layers. And see how I position my pan so that the fire is more underneath the raw egg. So let that one kind of rest off of the heat. It's still very watery. So I'll see you back in like 30 seconds. Okay, we're back, and see how it's still very watery. Just want to wait a little bit longer. Sometimes I even start now because, as you can see, the bottom is cooked. Let's see actually what happens. Let's just go ahead and go for it. I think it's fine just because the bottom is being cooked really well. And it's a little much. So see how it's really fluffy and nice. I'm just gonna go ahead and go for it, guys. And just hope for the best. And at this point, I think you could just turn off the fire, and the residual heat will continue to cook it, because we're not ready for dinner actually for another like 30 minutes, because my Instant Pot just it just started the timer for 30 minutes, so it took quite a while to heat up. So that's the thing about the Instant Pot. You can start cooking and make a whole bunch of side dishes and cook your rice, because it takes a while to get to the temperature. So see ya.